Can you feel the evil watching every move you make? Good versus evil, blood of the innocent everywhere. But we stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
Revolution in the crowd, shaking ground.
Happy Friday, everybody. And we're back on to stir the poop pot and have a good time at it, right? Well, let's not stir the poop pot, because I always say, he who stirs the pot must eat from the spoon. We don't want to eat from the poop pot, but we do want to stir it up. I want everybody to be agitated. Be ready, because y'all Daddy Donald Trump's coming in soon. That's right, it's coming in soon. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Wow, a lot going on in America, and a lot going on in in America. A lot going on in Canada. A lot going on in your life and my life and all our lives, and just a lot of good stuff. And there's some bad stuff sometimes, but hey, what the heck? What the heck? Anyways, yeah, I've had a lot of emails, people saying, hey, I love your stories. Love them. Keep them up. Trust me, I've got crap loads of stories. I mean, I'm serious. I was talking to one of my friends this morning. He's like, hey, maybe next week I want to get you on the show, and we're going to talk. And he was like, about what? And I said, well, I want to talk about just Christmases as a kid, and because I'm trying to lean in towards the Christmas theme a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it is sort of going to be Christmas pretty soon. And not only that, my birthday's coming up, so daggone it, I want my friends to acknowledge it. And not be like, oh, God, there's that asshole's birthday. Oh, my God. Just send him, you know how you, well, some of you may not, but, you take a bag and poop in it and set it on fire and throw it on people's porches when you was a kid. They don't do that these days, but but it's okay. It's okay. But anyway, that kind of stuff. But anyway, a lot of good stuff going on. And let me see here. A lot of people have really been asking about my mom. I'll talk to you about that here in a few minutes. Just that whole scenario and all that stuff. Let me see something here. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, it's DC.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I wanted to call and tell you that everybody keeps asking about you and asking how you're doing, and they know you're at the facility, at a nursing facility, but I just wanted to real quick call you, put you on the air, and just let you tell everybody thank you for the prayers and everything.
Well, I appreciate that. I need all the prayers everybody can give me.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
And I love listening to your program.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes you're like, you got the potty mouth, DZ. But it's okay. It's okay. That's what makes me. Yeah, and of course, I mean, I'm not going to get into all the stories as a kid, but you know that I was always the one that you just didn't. I don't know. You didn't mess with, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so well, since you're on here, do you have any? And you don't have to say bad stuff, because there's plenty of stuff and stories. But do you have any kind of a Christmas memory of even me? A good one. You can do a good one or a bad one. I don't care. This show's X-rated. Go ahead.
The number one thing I always remember is that the Christmas that we woke up that morning, my husband and I did, your dad and I did, and I went in and I said, the boys are still in bed asleep. They haven't woke up. And this is Christmas morning. And it was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock. And you always got up for break of day.
Right. We had to get that Christmas sleep in.
Yeah. And so we went in. You all were sound asleep. And I thought maybe y'all were sick or something. And come find out, you all. So when I finally made y'all get up, you all had already gotten up early in the morning and went in and opened up your offerings, all your Christmas gifts, and looked up all your gifts, and then had this bright idea of wrapping them all back up.
That's right.
And I wrapped them all back up, and they looked like they hadn't even been.
Right. Yeah. But, well, I still remember that. And I remember that as a kid, we actually had a system to that. We would go down there, because you all would go to sleep, and y'all were heavy sleepers. So we go down there with a hairdryer and take the hairdryer and put it on the tape. And then the tape would come up real easy, and then we'd open it up with all the seams. And because you all would go, I just can't see how these are opened up. They've been rewrapped, because he's rewrapped just like you had wrapped them. And that's how we did it. Since you're on the phone, I'm going to tell a funny story. I always tell stories. Some people like it and some people don't, but I don't care because it's my show. They can just kiss my crack. But anyway, but I'm going to tell a story here. This is one of your dad, Papa. And so what he did is and you probably remember this, but he had like a Santa Claus suit, real nice Santa Claus suit.
Yeah.
And of course he would just kind of preset this a little bit. My dad was always had to be the Santa Claus because my mom's sisters always had a different husband each year, or either a different woman or not a different woman, but a different guy. So he didn't know who. So he was like, I want the son-in-law to be the one that does the Santa Claus. So my grandfather gets my dad to do it, and my dad it's pouring the snow. There's ice everywhere, and my dad's walking around in this Santa Claus suit. It was a real nice Santa Claus suit. And if you remember when we went down to the end of the street there where that a big apartment was, these poor people, we went up those steps. You remember that apartment? So this apartment had like 30 some steps, and very steep stairs. And so we get up there. And as we get up there, my dad goes, oh, and of course, you got the typical ungrateful kids. Give me my toys.
Yeah.
And so we get ready to turn down, and my dad had work boots on, and they were slicker than snot. And so my grandfather, of course, your dad, he wasn't one that laughed a lot. He was very serious.
Right.
And he hardly ever, he did more spanking than laughing. But anyway, but my dad, when he takes that first step, his boot went, slipped out from underneath him. And he went butt to butt to butt, dong, 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 all the way down those steps. And it was funny because every time he would hit, he'd go, ho, ho, ho. And little kids is like, wow, they're really a Santa Claus. And he went down the steps on his butt. And it was just really funny. Just funny. And then my grandfather stood there and laughed and laughed and laughed. And so anyways, it was fun times. But anyways, well, I'm going to let you go.
He was always one to call all the children.
Yeah.
The neighborhood and the family and act like he was Santa.
Right.
And act like he was Santa Claus and ask them what they wanted for Christmas.
Sure.
All that stuff.
Yeah. And we knew it was Papa. We'd be like, Papa calling, acting like Santa Claus. We'll at least amuse him and make him think he really. We'll make him think he really got a hold. We believed in him. But after he was like, go on, that's Papa. I'll tell one more story real quick here. And we actually, when I lived in Gaithersburg, and my daughter was just a couple years old, and my firstborn, and so it was her first year of really being able to talk and realize about Christmas. And so I kept going, Santa Claus, oh my gosh, McDonald's is going to have a Santa Claus there. Oh my God, we got to go see him. And I was pumping it up big time. She's so excited because she's like, oh, and I'm showing her pictures of Santa Claus, she's, how she is. She's so excited. So we pull in at this McDonald's. Santa Claus is going to be there at 7:00. We get there at 6:30, get a Happy Meal, sitting there and doing our thing. Well, so anyways, as we're sitting there, we're waiting, and then the manager goes, everybody, here comes Santa Claus. Everybody Santa goes, woo, and they're clapping. And I throw my daughter up on my shoulders. I'm like, look. He walks in and he turns his face and she goes, oh, he's burnt. And I went, what? He was Jamaican. So he was Jamaican. I was like, Jamaican Santa Claus. But anyway, all right. Well, I'll let you go. I just want everybody to hear your voice and let you thank them for the prayers. And
thank you all, everyone. I really appreciate you listening to the DC show, and I appreciate all the information that we all receive back because it's so interesting.
Right.
So interesting to know.
All right. We'll get you some rest, and I'll be over there later to see you.
Okay, honey.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
Love you too. All right. There you go. Those of you asked, there you go. Yep. Rumble's doing its thing, and so is YouTube. And, it is what it is. So if you whatever happens. If you can go to eiobn.com and listen there live if it's all messing up, because I see that Rumble trust me, yesterday I kicked them all in the nuts yesterday with all the information, and it's been on like Donkey Kong since. So I did have the network people look at everything last night and even today before the show, and everything here is fine. So we know for a fact that it's nothing in the studio that's causing any kind of video issues, sound issues, anything. It's all Rumble and YouTube. But anywho, here we go, guys. So yeah, so that was my mama. Thought it would just be kind of cool, while she was able to chat a little bit, put her on there, and let her say hi and let her thank everybody. So she's actually in a nursing facility, and she's wearing a DC Intel bracelet. So it's kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, that's my mama. We got plenty of stories about Christmas. But anyways, sorry I missed everybody. I will jump in here and start doing our roll call, and hopefully we can get through this without being throttled too much today by the good old intranet companies and internet. Anyway, here we go. Georgia up in the house. Coffeyville, Mississippi. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, I'm sorry, Tuttle, Oklahoma. Ringgold, Georgia. And Denham Springs. Hey, thanks, girl. Good Friday, brother. New Bern, North Carolina. Thank you so much. Meansville, Georgia. Lenore City, Tennessee. Indiana. And Pound, Virginia. New Bedford, Massachusetts. Springfield, Illinois. Columbia, Kentucky. Having a good time cleaning parrot cages. Oh, wow. Okay. ADC from Kathy in Wentzville, Missouri. Okay. Holden Beach, North Carolina. Brimbrook, Texas. Karen from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Hello, DC and Guardian family. Georgetown, Kentucky. Let's go. That's right. Diane in Colorado. Clarksburg, West Virginia. Thank you so much there. Fellow Patriots from Amy and Wendy, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Good afternoon, DC, from Patriots from Clinton, Ohio today. Nebraska up in here. We got, that's right, Nancy from Alexandria, Pennsylvania. Prairieville, Louisiana. Cincinnati. Bahama in the house there. Charles City, Virginia. Jan from Carver, Massachusetts. Thank you so much. We made it to Friday. Yes, we did. Wisconsin in here. Yeah, we got some good news today. DC and Patriots from D and K in Iowa. Hey, DC. Trista from Vermont. Vermont. Wow. Good little place there. Love that music. Me too. Maryland and Kansas City. Sheldon, Missouri. Also checked on the uploads of everything today. Everything's uploaded. We're just waiting for the approval date. It just says pending. It says 1 to 2 more days, and then we'll know exactly when the music's coming out on all forms of platforms of music. Gwen from Hamilton, Ohio. Cindy and Dave down on the farm in southern Minnesota. Powderly, Texas. Lisa from Ohio saying hello. Hello, Lisa. Greenville, Tennessee. Another Clinton, Tennessee. We got Fort Wayne, Indiana up in here. A Guardian from Wallace, North Carolina. Thank you so much for being a Guardian. We greatly appreciate it. Paul in Athens, Georgia. Grasshoppers, little grasshoppers. Hello to you too. Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's see. Is it just me, or does anyone else have a flag and stand with your hand in your heart? Yep, pledge allegiance. Daggone right. That's who we are. We're America. Arkansas in the house. Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Edmond, Oklahoma up in here. Oshkosh up in the house. Hannibal up in here. Duncan, Oklahoma. I'm trying to go through these quick because I started the show differently. Michigan in the house. Another Minnesota. Augusta, Arkansas. McAllen, Texas. Good afternoon, superhero. Yeah, that's right. Don't anybody forget that. I'm a superhero. I'm Batman. I wish I was like Iron Man. That'd be good. Have all that money, those cars, and all that fancy suit. Be great. Hey, DC from Bellefontaine, Ohio. Hello to you. Ozark, Alabama up in here. Snowy Northeast Ohio. Bat crap. Crazy. I'm proud of it. That's right. And that's who we are. Hey, DC from Huntington, West Virginia. Thank you so much, Kimmy D. I got your email too, and I'll get back to you. Patiently waiting on January 20th, 25. That's all right. That's right. But. We patiently wait, but we actively watch and stay engaged. Carson City, Michigan up in here. Hobbs, New Mexico. Thank you so much. Cold in North Georgia. Middlesex, Virginia. Kansas City up in here. Salem, here from Salem, Utah. Love the show. DC, you rock. Thank you so much. What we got here? Minden, Louisiana. Snowy West, Michigan. California. Hello from TJ, Little Grasshoppers, from the Great Plains of Minnesota. Is Nasser for real, and when will it begin? And with the public, see it in the public arena. It is real, and we're probably in another. I'm trying to get through Christmas, if possible. But if not, it may be right close to Christmas. We're going to really dive into it. But it's something that is going to happen. Med beds are real too. It's just a process of getting those to where it's actually marketable, and then plus also that there's not any kind of mistakes, because you really don't want somebody going into a med bed and it doing the complete opposite because it's programmed wrong or whatever. Because these things ain't like old time mechanics and electronics where it's just like trust me, a lot goes into it. Rainsville, Alabama. And I will say this about med beds. That technology has been here for a long time. It's not just something that just popped up over the past year, 2 years, 3 years. We've had technology beyond your comprehension for years and years. In the 70s, you saw it on like Star Trek and stuff like that. You saw the phones, the flip phones. You saw all the different things. Video, it was, we go, man, it's only on Star Trek that they can actually have a video screen in their place and see it across somewhere else. None of that is really fake. Morgan's Point Resort, Texas. Thank you so much. Hey, brother from Cameron, Kentucky. Hey, buddy. My first live, and I'm not in Coleman, Alabama. Oh, my gosh. Shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. Ardmore, Tennessee. Hey, I know where that's at. Ardmore, Alabama, actually. Actually, I know. It's a little tiny place there. But anyways, hey, DC from Ed in Kenai, Alaska. Hello, Ed. And everyone, Barb is up in here from Ohio. Thank you so much. Carlton, Michigan in the house. Anderson, Indiana. Arkansas. Stanford, Kentucky. Jefferson, Missouri. West Texas in here. Ready for some sanity. Well, you tuned into the wrong place because I'm crazy as a bat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Childersburg, Alabama. New Jersey up in here. Spring Grove up in here. Delaware. Elkhorn City, Kentucky. And the asshole of the day is I blocked him yesterday. Yeah, I blocked him. He said some more stuff. Him and another friend, And you kind of figure when people say stupid stuff, I mean, I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt up front and just kind of joke with them a little bit. But if they continue to just do dumb stuff, they do. And I had one a couple weeks ago. The guy come on and said a bunch of stuff to me, just a bunch of nasty stuff. He just forgot to log out of his church's Rumble account. So I went and watched his church service, and then, anyway, told him the church had no power. I mean, I just, I didn't turn the other cheek. But anyway, Elkhorn City, Kentucky. John from Southern Illinois. Here wishing DC and his mom a blessed day. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate that. Finally caught you live. Kiss my crack. That's right, Mommy Crab. Me, Louisiana. Blessed to all fellow guardians and patriots. And Fort Wayne, 29 degrees. Wow. Tim, stay warm. Dalton, Georgia. It's sort of going to be Christmas soon. Yep, it is. Actually, it is. This is probably the first time that I'm really getting excited over Christmas. And I ain't getting a damn thing. That's what's funny. I'm buying stuff. Hello from Hendersonville again. Long-time listener, Space Force fan. Space Force fan, and they have it all. Absolutely. And if you're in Hendersonville, you ought to come to our Christmas party we're having in Hendersonville. It's on the website, eiobn.com. Scroll down to the Christmas party. You can buy your tickets there. Because I'm actually giving away some Space Force stuff, like legitimate stuff. It's pretty badass. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. Watching from Oklahoma City. Guardian from Ironton, Ohio. My birthday is saying, well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And DC, we're going to a gold. DC, are we going back to a gold-backed currency? Most definitely. Absolutely. That's why I keep saying silver and gold. Silver and gold. Buy yourself some silver and gold. And hold on to it yourself. Don't let other people hold on to it. Let's see. Tulsa, Oklahoma in here. Wimberley, Texas. Belfast, Tennessee. Thank you so much for praying for my mom. Minnesota up in here. The land of loser tampon Timmy. Yeah. You better believe it. What else we got here? Ponchatoula, Nina. How you doing? Ponchatoula. Been there several times. Actually, years ago, I was in New Orleans and all that area. Actually, in a gated community down there. And this is no lie. So it was a Christmas day. And it's been several years ago. And it was warm, actually. And it's like, you're down there and everybody's walking around in shorts. I'm like, Jiminy Christmas. I mean, where I'm at, you got like 5 pairs of pants on, 12 shoes, and 17 hats, and you're still freezing your butt off. But anyways, I go out there and I'm at some family's house, and I didn't realize who their neighbors were. And I go out there, and this is no lie, all these chicks out there in bikinis washing these cars, and the cars are like your old Cutlass Supremes that are like all fixed up, that, you know, lean sideways because I got the hydraulics, all that stuff. And I was like, what the frick? I was like, who lives there? And he goes, Cash Money, 50 Cent and then Cash Money. They have a house there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's what it is. And then I'm driving around on a, what is that thing? Golf cart. Driving around on a golf cart, looking around the tennis things, and some guy stops me. And he's on another guy. He goes, hey, are you new here? Did you move here? And I was like, no, I'm just visiting. Oh, okay. I was like, man, you look familiar. It was freaking Aaron Neville. So it was. But anyways, Kennington, Pennsylvania, Winter, Georgia. Absolutely. DC, that's great. We get to hear your mom's voice. Lots of love. Yeah. I think it's good that, because a lot of people, you'll hear people on there's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of scammers. And I never once do I want someone to say, well, we won't really know about DC. I want you to hear. And when she can't, when she can talk and stuff like that. And today was that day. So I thought, what the hell? And I called her. I was like, would you get on the radio? I guess. Well, you're there. You're famous, Mom. You're famous. Let's see here. I'm glad she just told that story and nothing really bad. Hello from Minnesota, the land of loser temple and tempe. That's right. We got that one. And, all right. So I think we're kind of here, and let's jump on. Yep. If you're, the first part of the show there. Yeah. And I can tell you right now, I'm looking at we have a meter we put in, that shows us, I'm trying to pin something here so I can comment on this. We have a meter here that shows us what the internet is doing, and our internet is fine, but it also shows what YouTube is doing. And YouTube is already back up in the yellow, and they are throttling us like crazy. And I'm telling you, I've got the shitload of bandwidth here. That should never be a problem here. Anyway, so yeah, DC, booms are going off here in Huntsville area, and it's not the Arsenal. Any ideas? It's been going on. Yeah, these booms have been going off for quite a while. If you can just go on Google, or even, well, I wouldn't go to Google. Just go to TikTok and type in booms in America. You're going to see that almost every state is having them. And we're going to go into it, and I'm going to tell you what it is. And it's not conspiracy, but some of you are going to be like, oh gosh, it's too much for me to handle. And somebody's going to get on here and try to debate and go, oh bullshit, he's lying. And I'm not. But you can go back to Allie Carter talking. Everything that Allie Carter has said has been absolutely true. Even though people tried to dismiss what she said, say that she's full of it, all that good stuff. She's not. She talked about the tunnels. She talked about all that. And there's actually and for those that don't believe, there's actually music videos and, or a music video, and it's of P. Diddy. Let's just start calling him P. Willie, because he likes the wheelies. But anyways, P. Diddy, and in that video, he's filming it down in tunnels underground. I mean, it's like right in plain sight, right in your face. And of course, people don't pay attention. They're like, oh, that's a cool video, man. It's pretty cool. And it's in the tunnels that she talked about. And not only that, she's in the stinking video. She's in the video. And she's young too. It's not a farce. It's not fake. Also, you can see all kinds of videos of where truckers have been going down there. It's been going for years and years. Taking stuff down there, taking supplies. And why take the supplies underground? Because there are places underground. There's little cities underground. There's things underneath the ground. You'd be shocked. Now, with that being said, I have told you, old little grasshoppers, 5 billion times that there's a new sheriff in town. And I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist. And I don't have to have someone to try to give me a bunch of conspiracies to convince me. You give me facts and I'm there. You just give me facts. I don't have to be convinced. That's the problem with America. Oh, well, I've got to be convinced. I've got to be. You don't want to research it for yourself, but you want someone else to, beyond a shadow of a doubt, to convince you, and then you still don't want to believe. I don't have time for that. So anyways, so these tunnels, yes, there's booms going off, and I'm telling you, there's a new sheriff in town, and not only that, we're beyond giving Q drops, and we're beyond now of just like, okay, let me say this. We are beyond words. We are into action mode. We've been in action mode, but now more than ever, certain people had to be taken out. Certain things had to be taken out and handled. And I know today was going to be kind of a little bit lighthearted, but here we go. I'm not up to debate this. I know what I know, and I know what I've seen. And I also know this. You remember the tunnels being flooded months ago? Well, the flooding's happened in Florida. It's happened in D.C. It's happened here. It's happened there. Not only that, they were taking tunnels and filling them full of concrete, sealing them up. Not only that, we are closing off ways now. Hey, do you remember Gene Ho? Now I'm going to jump around a little bit here, so you better hang tight. Get your notebooks out, class. Gene Ho, you remember he gave the drop not too long ago and says, held up the R, and it's a Q with an R in it, and says we're on to the next phase. And I told you all, I gave you the Q on it, drops on it. We were at Q, it's done. We're on to the phase 2. We're on phase 2. What is phase 2? Phase 2 is closing off, closing in, and shutting down. Now, when I say shutting down, that does not mean coming into your town and closing your town down. Here goes EBS. Oh, God, we're in for 10 days. None of that stuff. What I'm saying is this. We're closing off tunnels. We're closing off ways that even the cartel can come through. Because it's not just, well, there's sex trafficking going on. Or, well, it's just this. There's not one specific thing. If it was one specific thing that could be handled that would control everything, this would have been over a long time ago. Would have been over a long time ago. But what happened was Donald Trump, I'm going to drain the swamp, gets in there, and it was way too big. It was way too big. We know we went through all the executive orders. We went through all this stuff. I'm not going to sit and rehash all that. But that's where we are. So, yeah, when you're hearing the booms, you're going to continue to hear the booms. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I know there's a lot of booms going off. And not only that, there's a lot of drones flying around. One of my buddies yesterday evening, we were talking about it. Because I said, if I see a daggone drone coming around my place, it's going to be landing on my place. And he's like, well, I probably wouldn't shoot it down. Probably wouldn't do that. I was like, why? Is it like some, because I don't know about this part of it. I just know that they're flying around and I'm trying to find out where it's coming from. And he says, well, here's what's happening. They're cleaning out underground. And not only that, these drones that are going around, you'll see them going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for hours and hours. They're scanning. They're scanning for heat. They're scanning for other things. They're not scanning to scan your house. They're not scanning to, that is not who's doing this. We got good guys that are in charge. Doesn't matter. Well, Biden's doing this. I don't give a rat's ass what Biden's doing. I don't even care. He's not legitimate. I'm not worried about it. I'm just not worried about it. Because what's happening is these drones are going back and forth, back and forth. They're not aliens. We know that. And everybody, oh, it's an alien aircraft. No, it's not. It's blinking. There's a different series of lights on it. And I can tell you this. It is It's a military without your normal military. And what I mean by that is this. The executive order where Trump, prior to him leaving office, put in, he called up a certain amount of military to be on a different military part. I don't even know what day it was. I mean, you can go back and look at the videos. It may say executive orders. I don't know. But anyways, teething. Where do I find Gene Hope? You can go to TikTok, and he's on there. But anyway, that's who's been doing this. And when you're seeing these drones, or people seeing these drones, and somebody in my area put up a video, it's like, I saw this at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was like going this way and doing this and doing that, and you can hear it going, brrr, and it's not a small little. They're looking for where there's exits, just so you know. And Black Ops. They're looking for ways out, because if there's a way out and they see heat signatures coming out of that, it's going to get sealed off. And if you can't, and that's the thing, you can't walk around America going, hey, let's just fill this in with concrete. Some things you just have to it up and seal it that way. Cabal's coming to an end. And not only that, Cabal's coming to an end, and so is the sex trafficking thing. It's so huge. It's just huge. And it's something that's went on for years and years and years, and unbelievable. All right, so someone put a question here that said, DC, I don't understand why Trump appointed the head of IRS. I thought with Nasser and IRS, it was going away and we'd have the Treasury only. Will he transfer this over to the IRS? Saying, okay, Trump has already said that once he is in, he can put somebody in charge of this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because we want somebody that he trusts to be in charge so we can get what we want done. But he also said that there's going to be a point to where you won't have your tax like that. Everything's going to be done differently. Everything. And it will be better it'll be for us. It'll be better for us. We have to just trust this, and with an appointment of a position, that doesn't mean for us to panic or worry. That means for us to go, okay, cool. What's he got up his sleeve? Okay, just for clarification, someone in the chat, just for clarification, the booms are caused by good military sealing openings in tunnels. Absolutely, 100%. And the drones that we're seeing, or people are seeing all over America, where these booms are actually happening, those are actually, and you're not going to see them in daylight. You're going to see them at nighttime. And they're running heat. There's some other stuff that I can't say what they're running, but they're running, and they're not sitting there monitoring your home. Hey, let's look down at room or house 2126. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see if they're in there having sex. Let's go in and look. I mean, they ain't doing that stuff. They got better things to do right now. There's a mission that's being carried out, and it's not a mission of just dumb shit. It's getting a job done, and that's what's happening. It is continuing to clean up a mess, and because I'm telling you, I don't think you understand the magnitude of what I'm saying. When he is sworn in, I'm telling you guys, we're going to see some crazy stuff. Sort of like, Back to the Future. When this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So anyways, yeah. So that's what's going on there. One of the lights I see, can you see it today? Well, that's cool. I saw something. I was talking about Christmas earlier, and I saw something. It's weird how you can talk about something and then it pop up on your phone or either pop up on your social media. And I was talking about Christmas and stuff like that, and I had an ad pop up. It said what 1975 was. And I know I'm jumping off. I'm a squirrel, but it's okay. 1975, and it showed the green machine. Y'all remember those? The big wheel green machine had like 2 levers on the front. Oh, we were too damn poor to get one of those. But man, my friend had one. Man, I'd wear that thing out. But anyway, what is that? Let's see, 1975. Feel the nostalgia. Yeah, I'd still like to have one. I like to have one made out of like aluminum or something and still run around. Anyway, something that I saw, I'm going to play it. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of not funny. And it's actually of a church. Now, what I'm going to say here in a second is going to be, I'm reading, okay? I'm going to be reading something, and it's not going to be really, really clean. It's not going to be vulgar, but I'm just telling you, for those who have sensitive ears. But anyway, so let's play this here. This is a church. Choir. Hallelujah. Oh, yes. Bless him, Jesus.
This song ain't about Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I want to take you there.
Revival's breaking out. All the deacons are running to the front. Yep. Yeah. I saw this. I laughed, but at the same time, I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And this here proves what the Bible says about people perish for the lack of knowledge. Because when this song was written, it was Madonna sang it. But when it was written, it was written to be like a double meaning. And it was meaning to be sexual. And it's crazy that people, when I saw this, I was like, this has to be a joke. Has to be a joke. But it wasn't a joke. It was actually really, really real. They was actually singing it, and they were so proud of it. But the song was by Madonna. Say a Little Prayer, whatever the heck the thing is. I always thought she was a weird mobile. But anyway, but when she actually went in to record this song, I know this ain't like detailed intel, right? Oh gosh, man, whew. Yeah. Trust me, I'm reading this story. This is just about a story. There's no comms in this story. Oh my God. But anyways, it made the producers really uncomfortable when they actually when she was going to record it. It's called "When You Call My Name." It's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I want to take you there. It's a meaning. It's a double meaning of someone getting on their knees and performing a blowjob on someone in the midnight hour. And it's a double meaning, and it's referring to sex and different things in the midnight hour. And they asked her actually when she was recording, said, "Would you please change the lyrics?" And she said, "No, I will not do that." And of course, Madonna has always been known as she's the I don't know. Now I think she's just an antique, but she was the shock artist back then, and sort of like the shock jock. Someone said to me, we was talking, they said, you're sort of like Lou, and listen to you, it's sort of like Howard Stern, Rush Limbaugh, and Paul Harvey at the same time, and a little troublemaker. I was like, man, that's pretty daggone good. I like that. But anyway, yeah. And so a church is actually singing this, their choir. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. That it's just crazy that they'll do this and think, oh, wow, I'm really doing something great. And it's not. Anyway, so I will tell you this, and I keep telling you this, when Joe Biden is doing his thing and pardoning. Now, I'm going to tell you what. Well, I'll tell you this in a second. Joe Biden pardoned his son. Everybody got their panties in a while of that. And, yep, they should be at the same time. It's like, whatever. But the special counsel that's actually over this actually is rejecting the dismissal of Hunter Biden's case, after this pardon. And their statement is, for the foregoing reasons, the defendant's motion to dismiss the indictments should be completely denied. This story is not over. The story isn't over. Now, I will tell you this. No one else is going to tell you this. But I'm going to tell you this. And when I have absolutely 100% accurate intel on this, I stake the whole station on it. I put everything on it. That's how this is. And I'm not going to sit here and do like some people and stare at the wall and go, well, It's killing me to tell you. It ain't killing me to tell you. But anyways, at this point, Biden, the White House, someone in the White House has leaked this out. That's how I know that Biden is actually considering, and he's actually started talking right now. Now, hear me clearly, talking, and I'd really like to know, I don't know if Obama is the one that's in his ear or what. I don't know that part. But somebody's in his ear, because there's no way that this man would be as dumb and be sitting there sleeping with world leaders and all this other stuff, and then turn around and make some decision like this. And the decision is, he is working on, considers preemptive pardons for Fauci, Cheney, Adam Schiff, all these. And I'm going to tell you right now, Fauci is being dealt with. But I'm going to tell you this. If Biden does this, everybody needs to just hold back. Hold back. I'm going to go to this point. If he does that, we're really going to see the shit hit the fan. It ain't gonna be just, well, we got, it's probably something could happen. I'm telling you what. And when I say the shit hit the fan, I'm talking this. These people are going to have to walk around with protection 24/7. 24/7. Because I'll flat out tell you right here on the radio live. If I saw Fauci on the street, I'd probably rip his eyes out of his head with my bare hands. I'm not kidding you. I would. I'd probably beat the shit out of him is what I'd do. And it's not a threat. It's an absolute promise for what he did to my father and what he did to my uncle and what he did to other people, what he's done to my mom. I'm just taking it out because of what happened to me. These people are going to have a hard time smiling and walking down the street, especially if Biden pulls this one out and does this one. And I almost think that someone is in his ear doing this, pushing him for dumb stuff, sort of like saying he's going to send another $1 billion to Ukraine or whatever it was. Somebody's doing this. Somebody's doing this. I really don't think Biden is the one that's coming up with these decisions. It has to be Obama or it has to be somebody else. It just has to be, because there's no way. And so it has to be. And I think that if we continue to walk down this road with him, that's why I'm crazy, really ready for Donald Trump to get sworn in, like officially sworn in, not what happened a couple of weeks ago. Let's see here. I'm kind of looking at these articles, trying to keep in line. Okay, so the executive, whatever his name, the CEO of United Healthcare that was killed, Brian Thompson. Yeah, more's coming out about that. Some things that are very interesting to me. Of course, they got a video now that they're throwing out there of the gunman. Of course, I've seen that, and I've got questions, and I'm going to break it down to you here, because we pay attention to the detail, right, class? DC, always tell you, pay attention to the details. I don't care what the news is saying. They'll show you a picture of a dog turd and say, well, this is the greatest piece of gold that you've ever had. You got to buy it. And people are like, well, they said it was gold, so I'm buying it. Just a little dirty, but I'm still going to buy it. I don't trust them. So Brian Thompson, his deal. A lot of stuff are going into that. And I pulled up a lot of things, but you got health insurance in general, because someone was like, oh, well, yesterday you just dived in on him. And no, what I said yesterday was that he had a 32% denial rate in his stuff. He's the highest. He made $10.2 million. You got Evelyn's Health that makes $21.9 million. Her name is Gail Boudreaux. You've got CVS Health, which is Karen Lynch. She makes $21.6 million. Joseph, Zur, whatever his name is, looks like it's Russian, it's $21.4 million. That's with Manoia Health. You got Cigna. You got David Cording. He's making $21 million. You got WellCare, which is Michael Carson. He's making $23.5 million. You got Humana. which sucks big time. 16.3 million. Bruce Browser, whatever his name is, I don't know. And then you got Sarah London with Centene. It makes 18.6 million. These cats are making some serious cash. Now, I have no problem if someone's actually making serious cash if, if you start a business of putting roofs on houses, and you get your licenses, you're doing everything right, and you're really good at it. You're really good at it, and you're making, you're making really good money, and you make millions and millions of dollars. That is your money. I have no problem with that. The problem that I have is CEOs that take all the money and then make everybody else suffer. Sort of like Samaritan's Purse, sort of like Salvation Army, sort of like Goodwill. Yep, they hire people, the Goodwill and Salvation Army. I understand there's some good things in that, but these are money laundering schemes. That's what they are. Sort of like taking all these trips and going to Israel. Yeah, these are money schemes to get your money. And if you are a CEO, I have no problem with a CEO. One of my really close friends was a CEO of a home health company. Used to be the largest in the nation. But before that, he was just a regular occupational therapist, or whatever you want to call it. Not physical, but the and he went from that to doing like regular home health care, was a nurse, all that stuff. Then he eventually started his own healthcare company, him and his dad, and they did it. And then it was like it grew to be billions of dollars. Now, even that, he didn't take all the money, but I mean, he did sit pretty, and I fully expected that to happen because, you know what? He built it from ground up. It's his business. I understand it. I don't like the fact that these people take money and do this. It's always the CEOs, even of Goodwill, Salvation Army, all these people that are in charge, they're making buttloads of money, but they're not out there feeding people, and they're not out there, they're not out there doing that. And there's no way, if you have a well-oiled machine, there's no way that you have to be making changes every daggone day. There's no way. And I'll tell you right now, these people ain't smart enough to do that. It takes more people around them to make decisions that need to be done. So with Brian Thompson, God rest his soul. Anyway, with him, I'm going to play a couple things here, and I want you to hear this, and then we're going to touch on this. Well, let me just say this first of all. Brian Thompson, that was assassinated, what do you want to talk about? He was actually scheduled, just so you know, he was scheduled to be testifying. And in his testimony of the stuff he was doing, Nancy Pelosi's in there. I'm going to tell you that. A lot of things are everything's done in plain sight, but yet people still don't understand. A lot of people were saying, well, even the news, he was shot in the back, shot in the leg. I don't even sure wherever he's shot, because everybody gives different stories, and I really don't care because the sucker's dead now. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I can say is this, is he died of COVID-related symptoms. And evidently, the bullet that he caught had COVID, and therefore, it is what it is. So I just look at it and say he died of COVID-related symptoms, because that's what they always like to say, especially these healthcare companies. But anyways, they put out this video of the guy. The guy's walking. This other guy comes out with this hoodie on or whatever, got a backpack, and he shoots the guy, and then his gun jams, and when it jams, then he's racking it back, trying to get the projectile to come out and a new one go up in the chamber. And he does it a couple of times, and then finally he's able to do it, and then he finishes his job of delivering COVID. And just by maybe saving COVID, YouTube is going to flag me like they just did. So everything turns yellow on me, so they can go suck a big old donkey butt. But anyways, since he passed away from COVID, they released the video, and I watched the video, and I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you right now, this is no conspiracy theorist. The man that first of all, when you look at this video, stop it, zoom into it, go Google it, whatever. It's all over the place. Watch it, stop it on YouTube, replay it back, and enlarge it, and you'll see it. That is not your standard Glock, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, none of those guns. It's not your standard weapon. Let me stop here. Also, on top of that, he has a suppressor. Anybody that knows about suppressors knows that it ain't like what we see on TV. But the one that he was using, these are not that is not a standard weapon, and that is not a standard suppressor. I'm going to tell you right now, the weapon that he's using, and I'm trying to get the exact model and everything for you. But that weapon that he used, reason why I think it jammed is because it's an old gun, an old weapon. And those weapons were used. Those weapons like that have been used in the past in assassinations. That's what they've been there for. They were used for that. And it is not, am I thinking an old German gun? Possibly. But even the suppressor on it is way long. I mean, there's no way that you look at that weapon. I mean, if Kamala saw it, she'd say, "Oh, that's an assault rifle, because it's so big." Biden would be like, "Paint my pants." And Hunter would be like, "I need to snort some coke off Obama's daughter's butt." Stuff like that. But anyways, it's not your norm. It is not your norm. And not only that, this is how I know this was absolutely a hit, just an absolute hit. Because one, that's not a normal weapon. And especially in New York, guys, come on. New York, the gun laws in New York. And this is not going to be your normal Joe that shot this guy. I have watched it and watched it and watched it and zoomed in, and I'm watching his hands. I'm watching the way he holds his stance with his weapon. He's very, very, very skilled. Very skilled. This ain't his first rodeo. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't his first pop off. He's very skilled. The way he handled his hands, the way his stance was, his arms, everything. He is not he ain't your normal person on the street. And not only that, of course, the news jumps at everything. Well, he's got a backpack on. And we look at the backpack, and the backpack is tan. It's tan. Got a brown backpack on in the hoodie. And, of course, yesterday, I was joking because somebody said, "Oh, it looks like a Chinese woman. It's a Chinese person." It ain't a freaking Chinese woman. This is a hitman. I'm not even going to say he's from America because the weapon that he used is just, and I understand you can get these weapons in different places, but I'm telling you, I got some really crazy feelings about this. And I'm just watching the video over and over and zooming in and doing my thing. So the news goes on to say, this man shot him. We're looking for a man right now that has the backpack on. It's a brown backpack, has like tan straps on it. Okay. So then they post another picture and say, this was from just a few minutes earlier today before he did this. And they show a picture of a man standing there smiling. And this guy that they showed has a green kind of a jacket a little bit, or brown, and a black hoodie thing over and stuff like that. This guy that they show on the news and say, this is the guy we're looking for. He's not even wearing the same daggone hoodie. He's not in a black hoodie. He's in a green one. And not only that, his backpack is black. It's black, and it's not even the same thing. It's not even the same thing. And, this guy here, this is him. It's a flag. It's a false flag. It is a flag, because the pictures that they're showing on TV of the actual shooter and the ones that are saying that it is the guy, that is not the same person. I don't care what anyone says. He's not wearing the same clothes, and he's definitely not wearing. If he had just shot somebody on the street, took them out for whatever reason, and then walked off and then walked into a Starbucks or whatever to get him his hot chocolate for his, job well done reward of delivering COVID, and they get a shot of him and they post it, and he's not in the same, he doesn't even have the same backpack. Why would he take that backpack and drop it off and grab a different backpack? And seriously, it's not right. There's Rats. Sort of like New York. It's just rats. It's running around. It's not the same person. Absolutely not the same person. And you have to understand that number one, I hate it for the family. But from what I'm reading, this guy was a real piece of shit. And I'm going to be honest with you. Anybody, I don't care I don't care how many kids they got. If they had their hand in holding health care from people and even had any kind of anything with COVID-19, they can kiss my crack. I'm not going to deal with them. Because you want to know why? Because my dad suffered so bad in front of us. So bad. I mean, the most horrific death you can think of. We witnessed it and could do nothing about it. Nothing. And not only me, hundreds of thousands of other people had to do the same thing. I get emails all the time from people say, hey, my daughter had to do this, and this is what happened, and they overtook us in the hospital, and my daughter died from this, and the great remdesivir that everybody got paid off to give was the other thing that was frying everybody's lungs and turning into shards of glass. I have no mercy. You understand me? Oh, I'm not bitter. I'm beyond pissed. But I don't want to hear. I don't even want to hear it. Oh, but they had a family and their kids are their kids are destroyed. Well, I'm sorry, but you know what? That's the wages that your dad did. And I'm not going to be, I'm sorry. And I know people, oh, you got to be merciful, DC. Oh, I am merciful. I'm very merciful. I am. Because if I wasn't, this would have been done a long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? And not even by me, by other people. We've all been merciful. We've had to sit back and let the government shaft us. So whenever there's anything like this that happens, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have zero shits to give. And I ain't gonna do it. I stood last night in the nursing home and listening to my mom. And she's like, she's been having blood clots real bad. We already know that. She had it in the leg. Now she's coughing them up. But it ain't like your normal blood clots. I know somebody's going to get sick. My mom got real sick. It's bad. And other people that were in the room was like, I wonder what their calls from. I said, I'll tell you what their freaking calls from. Calls from COVID-19, the COVID vaccination and also the booster. That's right, YouTube. COVID-19, the booster, and all that. It sucks. And I'm saying it on purpose because they can go screw themselves right now, trying to throttle me. And that's exactly what they're doing. But you know what? Their days are only, whatever. My platform's almost done. Bigger than ever, better than ever. They can kiss my butt. I'll disable all the chats, and I won't even mess with YouTube. They can go fuck off. But anyway. So, and not only that, I have another friend. Same thing. You're going to die, DC, if you don't get you better get the vaccination. You better get that. You better get the booster. You better get it all. You better get it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. Not going to do it. Oh, you got to do it. These people are still suffering. My mom did it against me jumping and screaming, getting the booster and getting all that stuff. Oh, and they're the ones that was like, oh, you're going to be sick. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. Now, if you've got it, that's your business. You just need to take care of yourself. That's all I'm telling you. And me, here I am sitting on the side, down in the ivermectin and vitamin C, like it's going out of style, and vitamin D and B and zinc and all these things. I take all that stuff on a daily basis. It's no big deal. But still, I'm walking up in the middle, people going, oh my gosh. Where's your mask? And I'm like, whatever. Well, I'm not afraid. Because my faith within me is stronger than your stupid panic. And your fear-mongering. But yeah, I don't have mercy on these people. I don't. And I'm going to tell you what. If Biden goes and pulls this one and pardons these people, the reason why he's pardoning them, because he knows that we're coming for him. And they're going to have to answer and pay for what they've done. But if they have a pardon, oh my gosh, well, yeah. But let me tell you a little kicker to that one. Go ahead and get your pardons if you want to, because it's about to really come out that you were an illegitimate president. And when that shit hits the fan, everything that you've done, it will be revealed. Everyone that was a part of it will be revealed. And not only that, don't you think for 2 seconds that Trump ain't going to go to Ukraine and go, hey, we want our money back. And if you can't give it, you'll have to make a deal somewhere, somehow, because your ass is about to pay. Because we're done with it. The American people have spoken. We're done with it. And anyway, I didn't mean to get off on the COVID-19 thing there at YouTube, because I know how much y'all love it, COVID-19, but it sucks. And so did your vaccines. You sucked. Anyway, so there's all kinds of different concerns and things about, and there's still more rhetoric going around about, well, Trump's going to turn the military against his own people and all this. Total bullcrap. Unreal. I know I'm losing time here. It's okay, because it's my show. I'm going to play you this here, and I'm going to make some comments on it, because, I just love the comments. I can get the volume up here.
Warning. That tortures people, especially if we're the kind of country that's going to be using the military against our own citizens. This kind of thing concerns me.
What do you mean use against our own citizens?
I'm talking about
you
sending...
said blue states behave. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about sending the military into blue states to make them behave. Getting Gavin Newsom under control, getting J.P. Pritzker under control.
What are you
making
talking
sure...
about? What do you mean, like sitting into the state capitol to commandeer the state government?
I hope not, but he's definitely talked about that. I don't know why you're acting like you've never heard this
military to suppress, in the Black Lives Matter era, those protests in the street. He
was there himself.
I just make sure I understand your position, that you believe Donald Trump is going to use the military to set up effectively like coups in state capitals of states that he didn't win?
I think you're taking it a step or two.
No, she said make blue states behave, and she also said round up immigrants. That's not true. It's deport illegal immigrants.
Scott,
I think you just need to be a little more precise about these attacks.
No. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. I mean, look. I think you're right. Let's be precise. Trump has wanted to use the military to do things domestically that actually the military is not allowed to do. I think that's the point that she's making.
Like what?
Like deport illegal immigrants. That is actually not a function of the military.
The military can absolutely be used to work with local officials, to provide military resources, but working with other parts of the federal government and local officials. We already send the National Guard to the border.
Not against the will of the local officials or the will of the state government. We have a federalist government here.
The military is not supposed to take up arms against American citizens, period.
They're not. You keep saying that. This is about illegal immigration. You all keep saying American citizens.
Well, how do we know whether the people are illegal or not?
Okay, so here's my thought on that. Send them all the illegals to Epstein Island, and all the people that are sympathizers of these people. First of all, before we get them sent to Epstein Island, won't you just send them to their house? Send them to their house. Better yet, send their kids to private schools and let these people teach them. Let's do that. Because then it's a different, you can't do that to my kids. Why's my kids got to get punished? Well, they ain't getting punished if, you're thinking that it's okay. The stupidity in America and amongst these news people is just absolutely bonkers. And of course, it's two black people that are going to argue. And they always go, what about Black Lives Matter? What about it? What about it? What about Black Lives Matter? What about American Life Matter? More than, why do you got to, these illegals ain't all black. Come on. Why is it that you're a sympathizer with this? And everything's got to get back to the daggone race card. For God's sake, and I'm going to tell you what, I've still been trying to sell mine, and nobody still wants to buy my white card. Nobody wants to buy it. I've been trying to sell it for months now. You think somebody would want to buy it because with all the benefits that I get, all the benefits that I get. The benefits are I can't go anywhere and say anything, because if I do, it's called hate speech. And you know what? Sometimes it could be considered that way, but I don't walk around talking that all the time. But you push me in the right direction and I will. I'll set you straight. And you can't that's my white card. I have to walk on eggshells amongst black people and Hispanics and everything else. I have to walk on eggshells because if I look sideways and if I go to Walmart and go, hey, I'm gonna get some hair color. I'm gonna put my hair black this week. Oh, how dare you? You're a white man trying to put your hair black. You must be a racist. Well, if that's what you consider racist, then hell yeah. I'm not gonna argue with stupidity. You know, people can open up their mouth and really prove to you how retarded they are. I know. Here we go. You said you were retarded. It makes me so mad. Well, get over it. Somebody put in the chat here that I missed it here. So many have faced, it's hard to get over with that good old remdesivir and the vent. Yeah, the vent was the big one. The big was the vent one. And I'm going to get into it someday about my dad. And I'm telling you, it's going to blow you away. Because I did. I was like, I looked at the doctor and looked at the nurse like, why is it that you all have a hard on to put everybody on the freaking vent? The dude's in the other room and he's breathing on his own. He don't even have COVID. And you're all wanting to put people on vents like crazy because they were being paid to do this shit. Once Donald Trump is in, I'm going to tell you this right now. When I tell you that the biggest shitstorm is going to come, it's going to come. And when Donald Trump is in, and these people like Fauci and all this stuff finally really becomes public. And when I say that, I'm talking about those of you that are so loyal to MSNBC and NBC News. When it finally comes up on your news network and you see it, then it's legitimized. But I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to find me probably 30 good attorneys. And I'm going to sue the living fuck out of these companies. I'm going to. I know. He's using the dirty language again. Because I'm going to tell you what, because when it comes to my dad, I'm going to do whatever I can. If you think that this stuff is over, it's far from over. There's been so many people, and I know I was going to something else, but now I'm back on COVID-19, YouTube. So many people that's had to go through so many horrific things. Do you realize that when COVID happened, that your governors signed, here goes YouTube. They just kicked me loose here and kicked me a big old warning up on my screen. They can kiss my butt. When they did this, they gave the power was given to them. And what they did was they actually had laws. Go and research it if you don't believe me, because you're going to be like, holy crap. No wonder we couldn't really have any say so. And they told us we couldn't go in the hospital because they had their freaking militia. Their security guards out there with their big bulletproof vests and their stun guns or their tasers and their little handcuffs and their combat boots and all that stuff. Yeah, trust me. I've had my run-ins with them, especially with my dad. Well, you're not going to be. I said, I'm telling you what, there's only 5 of you here. There's only 5 of you. You better call some backup because I'm about to fuck all of you up. No lie. Trust me, I was beyond. It was bad. It was bad because it was my dad's life. But they have a hard on because they wanted to test everybody every day. Every day, test them because they get paid for it. They wanted all everything. They wanted to do it. They always had all these things because they were getting paid. And just because we've went on to a new chapter in America doesn't mean. I'm going to tell you this. What I'm going to say something that's really going to piss a lot off, and I really don't give a shit. Is this? I don't want to hear no more about football teams or any of that stuff that died 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. I'm sick of that shit. Get over it. I'm sick and tired of hearing about black people. Oh, well, my ancestors had to pick cotton. Well, it ain't you, daggone it, so shut the frick up. Shut up. Get a damn job and take care of your 20 kids that you got by 40 different women. Whatever you got, take care of it. And if you're illegal, shut your trap and go be a United States citizen if that's what you want to do. Get in. Do it the right way. Do it the right way. I'm sick of it because well, the Holocaust was so bad. Let me tell you what. COVID was just as bad. The way that the hospitals, the CEOs, these insurance companies did families during COVID is worse. I'm saying it. Yep, I'm saying it. It's worse. It's the worst thing that America's faced. Because our own people, our own neighbors, oh, Billy, here, I go to church with him. I sit on the health department with him. He's a great man of God. He's the one that's calling the shots and saying, you know what? Go put them on a vent. Yeah. Trust me. My blood boils to here to frickin' wherever you want to be. Goes berserk. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to put the biggest frickin' fucking lawsuit that they ever seen in their life. Y'all been going, well, DC, what do you look like? What do you look like? Someday, you're going to see me. They're going to be on the news going, look at this prick. Look at this prick. He's like suing the crap out of all of them. And let me tell you what, I'm going to fucking win. I'm going to win. Because America has had it. He's had it. But your governors, go and research. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Your governor signed laws into effect that when you came in, if your family came in and they just thought, you get in there and said, I got diarrhea. Oh my gosh, that's a side effect of COVID. We got to test you. And as soon as they tested you, they can overthrow your family's wishes. It doesn't matter. And yours, even if you're in there. That's why they wouldn't let people leave. Then they would tell you, you can't come in. You can't come in. Oh, you can't come in. COVID's really bad. Really? They'll tell you COVID was so bad, but they have nurses and orderlies and janitors and everything else that walk around with AIDS or hepatitis. I mean, come on. If you're going to hold America to these standards, you better hold it all the way around. Or the American people to these standards, you better do it all the way around. Because it is so twisted. And I'm telling you, I swear I'm telling you. It's coming. It's just a matter of a little bit of time. And there's some key things that I'm waiting to happen. And once they happen, I'm telling you what, I'm letting both barrels fly loose on them. I am letting it go. And when I tell you, I'm going to say this. When I do the story on my dad, my dad, now my brother probably won't like it, but I don't give a shit. It's my show. I'm going to do the video on it. And when I do it, I'm going to show you what happened with my father. And it is going to absolutely just, it's just going to you're going to be like, holy crap. Holy crap. And yeah, I'm still mad over it. I'll be mad the rest of my life over it. Because when we said we want to bring my dad home, my dad was on FaceTime behind a glass room because they were like, oh, still can't let anybody in there. And even though he didn't have COVID, he didn't have it then. He got it when he went in the hospital for a heart valve issue. But they do that, and then you're going to be on an event whether you like it or not. I have the video. I'm going to play it for you. I have the video. I even played it for the hospital CEOs, and they still go, well, do you want to go see your dad now? Because moving forward, I said, fuck moving forward. There is no moving forward. We're stuck here. He's on a damn vent now. But when I was like, hey, we want to take him home. If you say he's so sick and he's going to die, we're going to take him home, and I'm going to pump him with ivermectin and everything else I can. And I'm going to try to save my dad's life, because that's what we do. And we're going to do that? Oh, no, can't. Why? Because. Why? Because. And then that's when I got a really good dose of what had happened in our states that all of our governors in the United States had done. They had all done this. And they can overshoot your wishes, the family's wishes, even a will, any of that stuff, just through COVID. We walked through it. And then made us feel like pieces of shit because we had to eventually take my dad off. Because my dad was rotting in front of our face. No lie. And I wasn't about to let my dad not have any dignity. Give me a break. And then trying to throw us out. Oh, these people are really sick. You probably can't be in here with them. Fuck off. Get out of here. Call your security. But you better tell them go ahead and bring more. Anyway. Yeah. You didn't ask for it, but you know what? That's what happened. We got on it, and then YouTube starts throttling me and doing their stuff because I'm talking about it. And I really don't. You know what's funny is YouTube will send me stuff every day and go, we would like to monetize, blah, 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 blah. But then they'll turn around and just throttle me. They'll even cut down the people. I know people watch the show on YouTube, but they'll turn around and go, oh, there's 20 people that watch. I know it's bull crap. Whatever. Anyways, these people that did all this are going to be held to a high standard of treason. And they're going to pay for it. For those of you that like going to Myrtle Beach, I'm going to play you something. Myrtle Beach. More love going there. This is actually anyways, just listen.
Cartel runs Myrtle Beach.
No shit.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you mean by that? Runs Myrtle Beach.
Like runs it. They are.
Runs what?
Like everything. Strip clubs, drugs, anything that comes in and out of Myrtle Beach is Sinaloa Cartel.
How do you know they're cartel? So what? The cartel bought the businesses?
We just know that they operate out of Myrtle Beach. So anything in Myrtle Beach is probably like drug-wise and guns is probably all being filtered through the cartel, is what I mean. So because they operate off I-95, right? So the halfway point from New York City and Miami, the halfway point is Fayetteville, North Carolina. Like drugs and money and guns are just so predominant through Fayetteville and that Robinson County area because of 95.
Interesting.
You can gump off I-95 and then boom.
And if you want to go to the mountains of North Carolina where they've like stolen the generators and all that stuff, those cops up there, those dirty ones, 9 times out of 10, they got the cartel in their pocket. The cartel's got them in their pockets. And that's why they're being such dicks. Anyway, moving on from that. It wasn't a great show, right? Just cut it loose. Yeah, whatever. I know. You gotta be careful what you say, DC. You gotta be careful. Let me tell you something. That's why I started this network. I didn't go to a bunch of companies and go, hey, I got an idea, I got this. Because when you do that, you get people involved that don't have the same really view, and then they themselves would have someone reach out to them and go, hey man, he's using crazy language. He's using, it's really not good for business. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, screw that. I don't want that. So we started this network by a dream. Literally years of writing things down, years of planning. Because I figured I was going to do this just whenever I retired and then go around and hunt down sexual predators and handle them and stuff like that. Find missing children, help people with it being either cybersecurity or even forensics things, just all kinds of things. That's that was my goal. And of course, then the radio thing has taken off, and we're growing, and it's great because I'm glad to be just 0.1% of a voice in America that people listen to. People don't like it all the time, but that's okay. It's okay to ruffle your feathers because it makes you think a little bit, it makes you research. And the good thing about this is this. My agenda is this. I'm just human. And I want to see like-minded people come together. So I'm not jinxing anything, but at the end of the day, we have thousands and thousands of people that watch this, and it shows me all the numbers at end of the night. And I may every once in a while have one or two dipshits that jump in there and say things. But you know what? That tells me this. There's way more people that love the message of freedom and free speech than those that just want to get on and cause trouble. They're outnumbered. They don't even realize it. And so anyways, that's why we did this thing. And that's why I can go off and say what I want to say and do what I want to do. Anyway, and we want to continue that. And we are moving towards a new platform. Hopefully after the first year, we'll get that going. It's almost done, but I want to make sure that all the bugs are out. We'll probably start rolling out some beta to some of our guardians pretty soon after the first year and letting them get on it and go watch the show from there. And then eventually it'll be rolled out to every one of them. And if you're Guardian, you'll be on a different platform, so you won't have the streaming issues. Plus, you'll have the chat will be closed off to where it's just Guardians, like-minded people, and it'll just be good. It's just good. Anyway, so that's going down. Also, we got people have asked for it, so we did it. We did our, there's a link. If you want to be a guardian, you can scroll down to where it says click to join us to become a guardian. You can click that. Month-to-month giving, you can do that. And that will take you to a form there. And it's just, month to month. The only thing we ask is that you come back the next month and fix it, because if not, you won't be getting your newsletter and you won't be, all the good stuff. And then for those that wanted it, and we put it on here, reoccurring monthly billing for guardians. So you can sign up for whatever level you want there and do that. The other thing I want to do is this: if you're a guardian, and I know we've had a lot of birthdays in here, and I missed it last month, but if you're a guardian, you have a birthday in December, shoot me an email. Just let me know when your birthday is and all that, and we're going to try to at least either make a phone call to you or do something. So we let you know we appreciate you. Also, if you're going to be want to come to our Christmas party, it's going to be in Tennessee. We got that coming up on the 16th of December. We're going to have a great time. Talk to a couple of people. It's going to be doing some games and different things. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you, we're going to have a blast. Plus, we'll have good intel, some good stuff we're going to talk about. Plus, we're going to take questions and all that stuff. At the end of the night, we'll be doing a group picture, and we're going to be doing some good stuff. It's going to be fun. And like I said, I got some Space Force stuff. I got a lot. I got some good. I'm just telling you guys, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And plus, the place got some pretty daggone good food. That's really good. Anyway, so we got that. Also, at the top of the website, EIOBN, if one of the moderators want to put that in there, you go up to the top of our website there, there's a link that says Kiss My Crack t-shirts. You can go in there, DC Intel shirts, put in your, slogan you want, the size you want, the quantity, your name, address, and phone number and email. Please listen to what I'm saying. Please put in that information. That way, Nicole, the secretary, does not have to go back and track you down and have to spend all kinds of time going back and forth. It's just a waste of time. Be sure you just do it the first time. Take your time. Also, we have underneath that, you have the official 2024 DC official Christmas ornament. You can go in there. You can order as many as you want there. Well, you can order as many as you want right now, but they're going fast. I will tell you that. And we only have a limited amount of those. But please go do that. It's good stuff. And also this, when we are ordering these things, we're not just going through a company that doesn't support what we're doing. We're doing this because one, we need to do it. And then also, the people that's making the decals, or not, well, decals, but they're making the Christmas ornaments and shirts and stuff like that. These are going to be done in-house, which means people that are actually supporters of the show, the money goes back into that. And, what a better way to do it is make a community strong that way. On the new platform, too, there's going to be a place on there to where we have a marketplace on there to where those that are guardians that have businesses can put their stuff on there, and we can do business within each other in our network. Also, I'm looking to do something this next year and maybe do a marketplace to where everybody that's coming that has businesses, as far as like guardians and stuff like that, can come and set up their shop and expose themselves to each other. Let me rephrase that, because I want y'all coming there and taking your shirt off and pants, but I mean like exposing your business. That's what I mean. Anyways, let's see here. Save your 2024 nickels are selling. Oh, okay. Anyways, but yeah, go check out EIOBN. Please be a guardian. We need it. We want to grow this thing. Also, if you haven't clicked like, please click like on our stuff, share our stuff. By word of mouth, tell people, hey, you got to listen. You got to listen. You got to listen. You got to be a part of what's going on. This is a great movement. It's nothing that's for me. It's for America. I just do it because I enjoy doing it, and I'm just I'm not afraid to run my mouth and say things. I don't care who it is. Anyway, I'm going to take 10 minutes here. 10 minutes. Guardians, if you got your phone number, I'm going to take 10 minutes here, and if you want to call in, I don't want to do questions about like JFK and Marilyn Monroe and all that stuff. If you got something positive to say, let's hear some positive, because I've given you enough shit today. If you want to call in. And, but anyway, yeah, we've had a full day here, right? Full day. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So looking here, it says, oh my gosh. Biden-Harris administration official. Biden-Harris administration has made their official first environmental-related arrest and warns it won't be the last. I hope they arrest themselves. Hello, how you doing? This is DC.
Hi, DC. This is MP20.
Hey, how you doing? Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to tell you continued prayers for your mom, and it was so nice to hear her voice today.
Sure.
And we appreciate that. But also, I posted this question a couple of times, and I'm very curious to know if you have any information about this. These tunnels, it's that, there's like cities underground and,
right.
Very advanced and all this stuff. What about all the resources that they have been stocked with? Have they been taken out to be used at a later date to help people in need?
Well, here's the thing with that is some stuff could be used, but, like, and that's why there's been, for a long time, there's been like a huge amount of trucks, deliveries and all that stuff, because it's not just even stockpiles. There's been, how can I say this? There's been underground, there's been, there's a lot of sex trafficking, but there's also other things down there where they were doing not intelligence, but they're doing like scientific experiments, things like that. And things that, me personally, I don't know for a fact that, but me personally, I would say no, they wouldn't be used for other things like that, because by the time it would get out, it would be no good. No good. And that's just what I would say. Now, I don't have proof on that or anything, but I mean, I'm just, when you look at it and everything, because these trucks go down, they do their thing, and they're out of there. And they're now, and I don't know have you seen the tunnels? Have you seen that?
I've seen some videos of tunnels.
Right. Yeah. And so there's actually several different kinds of tunnels. You have ones that are so big, and you can take your semis down there, which we've seen those. And then there's other ones that are smaller, that are like for like four-wheelers, or maybe not a four-wheeler, but like, that kind of a vehicle, something small that can go back and forth in there. And then you have other ones that are tunnels that are just going to different, to different places, different businesses, or even houses. And I had someone not too long ago who said, that's just so far-fetched. I never even heard of anybody had a tunnel. Well, I will tell you this: in any town that's like a Civil War town, that's on the water, like Mississippi River, anything like that, and then in other places, other little towns, you'll have all these towns that sit on the riverbank, like massive big houses. And in the Civil War days, those houses had all tunnels. There's one that goes from Ohio into West Virginia, that on the West Virginia side, there's all kinds of houses there. They all have tunnels out. You know what they did? It's nothing new. Well, they moved slaves. They moved them through the tunnels. The reason why they moved through the tunnels is because they was illegally doing it, or either trying to help them get set free. So the whole thing of tunnels is like nothing. It's nothing new. It's just nothing new. It's just that we just didn't think that our government would have this and would do this, because we've had so much faith in it. We've had so much faith in the people that have ran it, because it's been like, well, if you're from California, well, I like this person, and that's who we voted in. And then when they get there, it's a totally different world than what they said when they ran on their platform to get voted in. So
yeah, they were hiding troops in there, and also I was wondering if they were some of the explosions was go deeper to find gold.
Oh, absolutely. That wouldn't surprise me, because, well, like yesterday I was saying, if you have anybody has any property, especially where it's, I mean, I don't care where they are in America. There are so many resources in America right now on our properties. We just have no clue. We just don't know how to, grab them and use them the way we should. But anywhere that there's a good creek bed, that have a pretty steady flow that's coming from, I don't care if it's coming from the mountains or where it's coming from, those are loaded with gold. Now, it's not, like I said, it's not going to have like big old 5-ounce bars or one, it's going to be, you got, flakes and stuff like that. Well, a little bit bigger than flakes. You got little chunks, but there's resources on our property. And when people learn to, like it used to be in the day of, hey, we wanted our produce, so we grew it. When they realize that they can use their property to benefit and also to take care of their stuff, then that's, it's a good thing. But yeah, I believe these tunnels, we know the main reason why is because it's just been, sex trafficking has been a big one. and you got illegals coming in, you got Cartel bringing stuff in, and not only that, you just have it's time to clean it up, and it's what's happening. It's getting cleaned up, and we will continue to see these booms for a long. We've been seeing them for a long, or hearing about them for a long time. It's just now people are going, wait a minute, it's happening in my area now. I wonder what's happening, and now it's the drones, and so.
We were hearing it here in North Carolina a few years ago, like 3 years ago. I'm not that far from Fort Liberty, Fort Bragg. And but we've heard the explosions for quite a while around here.
Absolutely. And Donald Trump has said this even not too long. I think I played it like 3 days ago, but he even said that America will be very wealthy again, and it'll be set really well in this next 4 years, because what I believe is happening is once we're doing blowing and we're taking tunnels down, but not only that, I think that we are sitting on. I don't care what anyone says about any other country or whatever, all the promised land or all this. I believe America has every resource that we need to be very, very, very wealthy. And when I say very wealthy, I'm not talking about people waking up and their bank account having all their bills are gone and everything's backed by gold and there's thousands of dollars. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like on properties that they own and be able to tap into resources that matter, that make money and make us
maybe
wealthy.
Some of the rock that people thought was just fool's gold wasn't.
Absolutely. And when you realize that some of the where is it? West Virginia. West Virginia has a bad rap of it being just a horrible place. They're poverty. Well, they have set on coal. They set on oil. Oil. They set on oil. They set on silver. They set on gold. They set on copper. They set on all that stuff. But the problem is through the years, you've had Rockefellers, you've had all kinds of other people in charge through the years going, oh, no. And the whole time, they've been buying properties up and mining. And that's the thing is, you may think,
and then they owe the company store.
Absolutely. And, you've got, and and what it is still the mentality of enslavement. And it has nothing to do with collar. It just has everything to do with greedy people. So, but anyway, I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye. Hello. Hello.
Hi. I was trying to call DC.
You got him?
I'm sorry?
This is he. You probably have to turn your radio down back there. But, yep, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, DC. Hi.
Hi.
I didn't expect you to answer.
Yep.
I was just calling. I'm listening to you now, and my name is Lynn Rhodey, and I sent you a couple of emails.
Sure.
But my name is Lynn Rhodey.
You may want to turn. Can you turn your radio down in the back a little bit?
Yes.
Can you turn
your radio?
There we go.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say everything you are saying right now perfectly describes the area that I live in. I'm in Jeffersonville, Indiana, right on the edge of the Ohio River.
Louisville's right over there, right?
I'm sorry?
You're not far from Louisville, Kentucky either, right?
Oh, just directly. You can stand on the edge of the river and look at.
I know exactly where you're at. I've been there before.
Yes. And the last several days, I've been hearing the booms. And I own a little property in downtown Jeffersonville, which is built back in the 1800s. We know that there were tunnels where the slaves came across the river.
Sure.
Going north, and where my home is out by the old Army ammunition plant that was used during the Civil War and World War I, World War II. There's still properties all throughout Jeffersonville from the Civil War, and this is so fascinating to me, and I'm so glad you brought it up. And I just feel like I'm sitting in the middle of history right now. And
You are.
thank you.
You are.
I love your show. I love you. And thank you for all your teaching us and educating us on and everything you're doing. And I just really admire you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, you have a great day. And if I don't talk to you again, you have a Merry Christmas.
You too. You too.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So missed some calls there if y'all want to call back there. But yeah, and we do. And thing is this, is everybody thinks that trafficking is something new. It's not. I mean, what did you think slavery was? I mean, it's the same thing. All right, here we go. Hello.
Hey, DC.
What's up, stranger?
Hey there.
Hey.
I was sitting here listening, and I was really hoping to hear Nicole sing today. I thought we were going to get a little treat from her.
We are. And I actually had it over here, and the iPad went dead, so I got it charging.
Well, daggone it. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing her beautiful voice, and I just wanted to wish you and all the Guardian family on here. I just love listening to this show every day. You all are my family, so God bless everybody. I hope everybody's healthy and well, and that everybody's going to have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And I'm looking so forward to meeting some of you all at the Christmas party on the 16th.
Absolutely. Good times. Thank you so much. You have a good day.
God bless. Thanks.
Hello.
Hey, DC. This is Marilyn from Kansas City.
Hey, how you doing, Marilyn?
I'm good. How are you?
Tell me something good, Marilyn. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I wanted to tell you thank you so much. I love your sense of humor and all your sayings. I'm from Oklahoma originally, so all your fixins and all the things you say, I say all the time, and
That's
people look at me like, "Oh, good grief!" But anyway,
great minds think alike, right?
Oh, absolutely, and you make me laugh, belly laugh every day, and I'm coming to the Christmas party, and I'm so excited.
Oh, absolutely. That's great. I'm excited. I get to meet you then.
I know. It'll be a great time and great minds, and I didn't think it was going to work out, but I thought I'm just going to make it work, so I did. So
I will tell you a little secret. Watch your food, because I may come around and just pick everybody's plates. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you already warned us of that, so I'll have my eye on you. So.
Yeah, you just do that. We'll have security there, so they'll make sure that I ain't going around stealing people's food.
Oh, so. I believe you. I think you take care of everything, and I loved hearing your mom's voice.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry the things you've gone through for your dad. I can't imagine. And honestly, both my mom and dad are gone, and it almost makes me thankful that they didn't have to live through all this.
Right. Yeah, and it is tough. And I appreciate you saying that. But I just try to be me. And I think part of the show here too is, and I had a discussion with someone last night about this. Is like, we don't come on here and it ain't like strictly politics, strictly all politics like Sean Hannity or one of those other shows. It's just like it's all over the place, which is good. And it puts actually, I'm a transparent person, so I like even the people that help me on the side sometimes are like, hey, you need to be careful. You need to be careful, and I'm trying to be careful. But I'm a personable person too, and I believe that if you really reach, like just doing this right here, sitting here having a conversation with you, it's me and you, but there's thousands of people listening right now, and it's just it's the personal part of just making contact with people in general, and they realize that you're not just a person trying to sell them something or a person trying to do this. You're a real person that cares about American people and cares about each other being successful.
You can tell that about you, DC. It comes out very clear, and I love your stories. And it's just, you're not afraid to say anything. You stand up for what you believe. And
right.
I've lost friends to all this,
sure.
and one over the last 25 years we've been friends. I'm just going, you know what? It's okay. God's kind of narrowing down my little circle, and I'm okay with that.
Sure. I always say that the size of your circle should be. Just take an ink pen and put a dot on a piece of paper. And that's who you trust.
I agree.
Yep, that's who you trust. And I've had people that people that I've known It's like, man, I love the show. Man, your mouth, you're ruining your witness. You're ruining. And I said, my witness for who? I'm not on here.
Right.
I said, this isn't a show about doing Bible studies. I'm not doing Bible studies and cussing everybody out. I mean, come on. I wouldn't do that. But the thing is, I'm like, well, who am I really destroying my witness with? Oh, so wait a minute. The people that don't support and the people that always want to pull out the negative and everything and never go, hey, you know what? Because at the bottom of the day, they'll lay down and go, man, daggone it, I wish I could say that. I don't have the nerve to say that, but he does. But for the Christian quote unquote witness, oh, you just can't be that way. Can't be that way. But we can do all kinds of things behind closed doors, and it's okay, And I'm just not that way. I've never been that way. I've just never been that way. Even when my dad pastored, he would bring people in and they go, hey, what are you thinking? I go, I would tell him what I think. And they'd be like, oh, don't ask DC. He's going to tell you exactly what he feels. And
you're not hurting your witness at all.
No.
And my grandmother was a Pentecostal, and I used to go to church with her when I was a little girl, and just, I was fascinated. I was raised Baptist, and all that's totally opposite from the Pentecostal. But so I really realized she would come to our house, and my grandpa always wanted to watch our TV, of course. And my granny would sit there with a hand over her. I was like, I'm not watching this.
The devil's eye. My dad would always say, it's the devil's eye and beer is the devil's urine.
And my granny had really bad cataracts, and her daughter wore slacks for years, and when she got her cataracts taken off, she's kind of going, what are you doing with those slacks on? And so it's just really funny memories. But anyway, I could probably talk to you forever. Lots of similarities. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you thank you.
Well, absolutely. And thank you for being a part of the show. And I can't wait to meet you. Be all good.
Me neither. I'll see you in a week or so.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. See ya. Good time. We're going to have a good time up there. I know it's going to be fun. I'm going a little late. I know, guys, but it's okay. My show. Anybody else want to call in before I shut this thing down? You're more than welcome to. Let's see here. I draw a circle here in the chat, live chats. Yeah. Let's see here. Trying to look at the chat here and see if anybody's got anything up in here. Yeah. Yep, I do. Like with a circle of friends, I'm like, just, keep some people at arm's length, and then look at a piece of paper and put a dot on there and go, okay, there's my circle of friends. And it's just you. Because at the end of the day, it is you. And, it's just the way it is. Anywho, happy Friday. Hopefully you're all going to have a great weekend. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of crazy stuff go on, but if we do, we just do. We're ready for it, right? Everybody's got their supplies. I did save a video. Probably Tuesday I'll be playing it, because the video is made for this weekend that one of the truthers put out, saying that it's coming down this weekend. It's coming down this weekend. Oh my gosh, we got a phone call. Let's do that. Hello. Hello.
DC?
Hello. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, it's me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Who am I talking to?
Okay. Are we live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is Sugarcane 99. I'm from Indiana. My name's Rose.
Okay, awesome. How you doing, Rose?
I listen to you every day.
Awesome.
Every day.
Good deal.
And I
appreciate that.
I just want you to say that God bless your little mother for speaking to us today.
Yeah, it was a good little treat, wasn't it?
Oh, it was absolutely.
She was in a good spirit today, and I was like, so I called her, like, would you be on the radio? She goes, oh, you can call me, and if I answer, okay. So I didn't know if she was actually going to answer or not. But
God
I was glad
bless
she
her.
did.
Yes. I enjoyed that so much. I enjoy your show. I look forward to it every single day.
Thank you.
And I am point on with you with the way you feel about things.
Good.
I have a son that thinks I'm in a cult.
Mm-hmm.
He won't listen to anything I say, but believe me, I know, and I feel exactly the same way you do.
Right.
I forgive, but I don't forget.
Right. I totally get you there. I totally get you.
And I totally understand how you feel about things.
Oh, yeah.
And I am with you.
Well, and the thing is,
enjoy your show, and thank God for you. I'm glad I found your website.
Yeah. Thank you. And a lot of people, they think that when you forgive, that because you remember something, that means you haven't forgiven. And it just means, no, I'm actually smart and have a brain, and I can remember things, and some people just choose to just not remember things and act like everything's fine. And it's called plausible deniability. And that's,
I can't be like that.
No.
I'm like you. I can't be like that.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't either. I ran into one time one of the head doctors that was over a hospital with my dad, and even my uncle too. And I saw him, and of course he wanted to turn the other direction, but I'll chase him around the daggone room. I don't care. But I ended up getting to him, and I patted him on the shoulder, asking how he's doing. He's like, okay. And he had just like this kind of a puzzled look. I said, listen, bro, don't worry. I'm not going to do anything to you right here. I said, but I'm going to tell you what, karma is going to come back around and slap your family so hard. And you better hope to God it don't grab hold of your kids. And I said, because it's going to hit you in the hardest place you've ever thought. And when it does, I said, I can promise you this. I will be there at whoever's funeral it is, and I will pat you on the shoulder and say, tough break, isn't it, dude? Sucks.
Yep.
And it may seem heartless, but you know what? It's funny that everybody wants you to grieve and to compress things the way they want you to. For what benefit? Because we have so many people in America that are walking around with so many wounds. Think of all the women that have been sexually assaulted over the years, but they've been told to be quiet about it because, that he's a very wealthy politician. He can ruin you, or they can do this. So they walk around with hurt and all this stuff, and they're told because they still remember it, they haven't forgiven them. And
That's right.
It has nothing to do with that. And I'm all about exposing it and dealing with it and moving on, and people becoming healthy. And that's part of the goal here that we sent out to the Guardians, their newsletter, was one of the facts is just that in the next year, we've got people that are psychologists. We got people that are on board that listen to this show that are going to be part of what we're doing here and have multiple resources for people to reach out when they need the help. And because, mental help, just because someone needs some advice doesn't mean that they have mental illness, and and that's what we want to do. But I appreciate you calling in. I really do. And I appreciate you listening to the show, and it makes it great that I know I got somebody else that's on the same page as me. So it's all good.
Yeah, you sure do, because I'm on page 1 with you. Yeah. And also I got your newsletter from last month, but I haven't got the December.
Okay. Let me see here. I'll tell you what. So when we get off the phone, text this number, your email address, because there's been several people that their emails come back and their email addresses are not on there, and they didn't leave a phone number or anything, so we had no way to get a hold of them. So you may be one of those. But just text this number here that we're talking on, and text me your correct email address, and I'll get you one here pretty soon, within a couple hours.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. I wish I could come to Nashville to see you, but I just can't.
You're good. And the other thing is this: is get you an Alka-Seltzer, break it up, and then the next time your son says you're in a call, throw one in your mouth and look at him, go, and watch him run. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good day.
You too. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So there we go, guys. Anyway, yeah, that's how it rolls. Thank you so much for everybody that called in. We went very late today, but it's okay. Sorry about the YouTube. Sorry about the Rumble. They suck wazoo. And anyway, it's all good. We'll get through. It's just another day in paradise, right, folks? Anyway, I'll be back Monday unless all hell breaks loose somewhere. And according to some truthers, it's going down this weekend. But I saved the video. That way, Monday or Tuesday, we can go over it and just kind of whatever. But anyways, I appreciate everybody listening. Go to eiobn.com. Check us out. Their website, Become a Guardian. Become a part of that. If you have not received your newsletter, Guardians, if you have not received your newsletter, go on your newsletter, the old newsletter, and well, let me just say this. If you are a Guardian and you haven't got your newsletter, that means when you typed your stuff in, you didn't put it in right. So go to dc@eiobn.com, dc@eiobn.com, put in your email address, and I will forward it over to Nicole, and she'll get it taken care of and get you in there. Also, check your spam boxes. Make sure that I'm not going to spam. Add me as a contact, because for some reason, Google, when I'm sending out mass emails, they flag it. Anyways, if you got a newsletter, it's on that newsletter. Someone says, I got a newsletter, but no number to call in. If you read it, it's right down on there for all the Guardians. It's on there. Anyway, appreciate everybody. I want you to have a great day. Have a great weekend. Don't worry about the things that you cannot control. But anyways, appreciate everybody. Have a great day and have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. Bye.